believe that this has really been an exercise in fear baiting. I hope it's not going to be successful.
Americans don't want some of the most dangerous men alive coming here or released overseas, where they can return to the fight, as many other detainees who've been released from Guantanamo already have.
All right, we should mention that Dianne Feinstein will be on with Andrea Mitchell on MSNBC at 1 o'clock today. Martin, 90-6 was the vote. How do those 6 voters break through, or how does the president convince Americans that they should accept some of these detainees in their backyards?
He's got a very tough job, no question. I mean, there are a number of things that have come out in the news that are stacked against him. You have this terror report that says 1 in 7 apparently going back to the evil ways once they're released. That's very troubling. You have the reports of the arrest of plotters that were planning to do harm here in New York. He's lost control of an issue on which he had very high ground to work from. Guantanamo was the place he was going to close. It was the hangover from the Bush administration. And remember, this all started under the Republican administration. They created what has become a sort of toxic waste dump of terror inside of Guantanamo. And the belief is it's got to be shut down. It doesn't jive with the Constitution and with the rule of law in this country. How do you go about doing it? And Americans are rightfully concerned about bringing what they have been told, the baddest of the bad, and trying them in American courts and putting them in American prisons. That is a very visceral fear factor for many people. They get that issue. They don't necessarily get the issue of this makes America look bad in the eyes of the world. Guantanamo goes against the core beliefs of freedom in this country and that justice for all. They don't buy that argument. They buy the argument of, I don't want that terrorist on my block, and I don't want him in that prison down the street.
He has lost control of it a little bit, but here's what he's going to do today, and he's done it before. He did it on race during the campaign. He did it a few weeks ago on the economy. He treats the American people like adults. This is one of the best things about Barack Obama as a leader.
Right.
The speech today is not going to be calculated to find what's the right political thing. He's thought through what he believes is right, and he's going to lay it out, and he's going to trust that people will be mature and respond.
Well, that will be fascinating if he's able to do that on this issue, especially given how members of his own party seem to have botched it, really.
Well, they've waffled, they've flipped on him, and that's his problem.
Yeah.
But he can get it back with the speech he makes today.
Martin Savage, anchor of World Focus on PBS. Thanks very much for being here.